Hello everybody, in today's video I want to talk about a practicing method that I've been using that's actually got me faster at F2L and me learning F2L without having to resort to a YouTube tutorial, which is kind of ironic because I'm now making a tutorial teaching you how not to use a tutorial. And I think that in these days a lot of people have forgotten that you don't have to have a tutorial to learn how to solve faster. You can just practice. And when I was talking to Felix Zemdegs, he really made me realize this. You know, we had a bit of a discussion as well off of the dual commentary, and it really does come down to practice, and I'm going to show you why. So let's go ahead and mix it up. Now, everybody cubes differently, okay? So the way you interpret things on the cubes is completely different than the next guy. You may have some similarities, but you're gonna have a lot of differences as well. The way you look ahead, the way you match pieces up, your overall finger tricks, everything about is gonna be a little bit different than everybody else. So why would you just resort to a bunch of tutorials instead of learning what works for you the best? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna finish the cross. Now, from this point of view, what I wanna do is I wanna figure out what F2L pairs I can and cannot put in without doing a cube rotation. And the reason I'm doing this is because people who are faster than me do less cube rotations than me, and I'm sure that people who are 30 or 40 seconds and watch my videos, they wonder how come I'm not doing as many cube rotations as they are. And the reason is just because of practice. You get to know your F2L cases that good, and I need to learn them better. And tutorials just don't seem to be helping me very much right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure this out. So I've got this orange and green and this orange and green here. So if I put this one here, I know I can match it up, and this can go in the back. Okay, now I've got this pair here. Let's see if I can put this pair right here without having to do a cube rotation. Okay, so I've matched these up. Now this is actually a questionable one because usually I would cube rotate and put it in like this. There's no awkward moves about that, you know, it's just really fast. Now, if people like say Mitchell Lane or Cubics or Felix or whoever you are, if you're faster than me, even if you're not, do you ever do this move where you hide it and then go like this to put it in? Because I think that's called the sledgehammer. And technically you could insert it without doing a cube rotation by doing that. So we're gonna call that, yeah, okay, we can do that. Now here's this one. We can actually sledgehammer this one down as well. And the last one is right here and here. So I gotta try to match these up somehow. Can I do it this way? Oh, I took this one out. So let's put this one back. Okay. See, I can. I was able to do it. I was able to figure it out. So I know that case I can do it now. That was a bit sloppy because I was actually just figuring that one out with you guys, but that was rotationless F2L. I didn't have to rotate anything there. I mean, I would have rotated at least probably 3 or 4 times in that solve. But, you know, because I do it this way, I don't have to. And the more that I do this, here's the thing about this practice, okay? You're not speed solving while you're doing it. This is your learning. You know, you're actually learning how to get better while you're doing this. And the reason... Oh, there we go. And the reason that you get better while you do this is because you start to see the same case over and over and over again, and you'll automatically be able to know if you can do it without a cube rotation, and that can maybe help you do your cross better. Your F2L. And not only that, but maybe you can learn F2L tricks you didn't know before. Like I didn't know that I could insert that case back here without cube rotating. Usually I would cube rotate a lot to do that, you know. So let's try this pair here. Match them up. This can go in the back. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got this one and this one. So put this one here, and we can match these up and put them in the back. Now I've got to put pieces in the front. I know this case here. Okay, so if you have this case where the corner's in there, poking out the side, okay, in its correct slot, and this one here, the side color, not the top color, the side color is in front of you, just do the sexy move twice and it goes in. And this one now, a little bit different because this, you know, this color here is on top, so I can't do the sexy move, otherwise it'll go in backwards. So what would I do here? I would do that, and then I guess I could sledgehammer it. But again, is sledgehammering really applicable? Do you actually use it? So let's try again. So that was my second rotationless F2L in a row. Now I'm learning this, right? I'm learning because you can see me figuring it out. If I knew all these cases, I wouldn't be figuring it out as I'm going to show you. I would just do it. So when you're actually stopping and having to think, that is when you're learning. So let's go ahead and put this in. All right. Oh, wrong. Okay, here we go. So here's a case right here. I don't think I'm going to be able to put this in. And this goes back here. Okay, so I can't, I would usually cube rotate, right? I would cube rotate and put this in. And I've tried this case a few times and I haven't found a good way to put it in. You could go like this and sledgehammer it from the back using B moves, but who speed solves and uses B moves really? If anything, you would, do a cube rotation and do it this way. But that's a cube rotation and that's what we're trying not to do. So I'm going to leave that for now. And I'll tell you the reason that we can't put this in. The reason is because the edge is oriented backwards from what we needed. Okay. Usually when you are matching up things with edge, you need to be able to move the edge like this to a side and put a piece over top of it. Sort of like this, right? Put this to the edge, move it over top. If this was oriented upside down, I would be able to turn this upside down basically and put it in. It'd be a lot easier. So I can't do that. But while matching two more up, this is another trick too. Like, don't give up on things so quickly. Don't put it in yet. Okay. What you want to do is start matching everything else that you can up, because in doing so, you might accidentally orient this edge upside down and you'll still end up with a rotationless solve. So let's go here. This can be sledgehammered in. This one can go in the back. I just saw this one too, which is the one that we were just trying to deal with. How did I do this? Okay. So that's a little bit difficult to match up. Okay, so let's try the other one here. So we've got this one here, and now I can put this one in. See, I would have cube rotated for that one, so I'm figuring that out. So I have a hard time remembering what case that was that I just did. I mean, I'll probably look back in the video to help myself, but I don't, like the more I do it, the more I'll see it and I'll be like, I've done it so many times, I'll remember. And that's the point of this too. So let's go ahead and see this one. So here we have this one. I've tried so many times. I think on this, it's just a cube rotation. So that's one cube rotation for the solve. It's not bad at all. So anyways, guys, I hope that helped. I really encourage you, just spend half an hour a day and do that. It'll help you a lot on knowing which cases you can and can't put in. You'll learn how to do F2L by yourself. Anyways, I hope that helps. Leave me some feedback and let me know your experience with it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video.